Hello and welcome back to ABC English Story. Today we have a story about love, betrayal, and the dangerous path of revenge. It's called Ashes of Love. Imagine finding out the person you love most has hurt you deeply. What would you do? Let's join Elena on her difficult journey. Ashes of Love. Chapter 1. The Fire of Betrayal. Elena's hands were shaking. She could not stop them. She looked at the screen of Daniel's phone. A message was there. It was like a poisoned arrow hitting her heart. The message said, "Meet me tonight. I can't stop thinking about you." The name below the message was Lila. Lila. Elena felt cold. Daniel was her fiancé. They were going to get married. Only 6 months ago, they stood under beautiful cherry blossom trees. The pink flowers fell around them like soft rain. Daniel promised her forever. He said, "Elena, my love for you will never end." His voice was warm, his eyes full of love. Now, this message from Lila, it meant his promise was a lie. Her world felt like it was spinning. Everything looked blurry through her tears. Was this real? The man she loved, the man she planned her future with, was cheating on her. She needed to talk to him. She waited for him, her heart beating like a drum. When Daniel came home, she showed him the phone. Her voice was small, trembling. "Daniel, what is this?" He looked at the phone. Then he looked at her, but his eyes were not warm like before. They were cold. He spoke smoothly, his voice calm, too calm. "Elena, you are imagining things. Lila is just a friend. You are tired." "Imagining things?" Elena repeated. The message was clear. It says, "I can't stop thinking about you." "Friends don't write that. It's a misunderstanding," he said. He did not look her in the eyes. He turned and walked away from her, leaving her alone. The beautiful engagement ring on her finger suddenly felt heavy. It felt like a chain, not a promise of love. That night, Elena could not sleep. Anger burned inside her, hot and fierce. She collected all the photos of her and Daniel. Photos from their trip to the beach laughing. Photos from her birthday, his arm around her. Photos from under the cherry blossoms. She took them outside. In the cool night air, she made a small fire. One by one, she threw the photos into the flame. She watched their happy faces turn black and curl into ash. The fire danced, reflecting the fury in her eyes. "Revenge," she whispered to the night. The word felt dark and powerful. "He will pay for this. I will make him pay." The love she felt had turned to ashes, and from those ashes, a plan for revenge began to grow. Chapter 2. Building the plan. Elena was usually a kind person, but the pain Daniel caused changed her. Now, she felt strong, focused. Her plan needed to be perfect, like building something carefully, brick by brick. Daniel was an architect. He designed buildings. His job was important to him. He was becoming successful, and everyone thought he was honest and talented. His reputation, his good name, was everything to him. Elena knew this. To hurt him the most, she had to destroy his career. She found out his company was trying to get a big, important project, designing a new luxury resort by the sea. This was his chance to become famous. This was the perfect target. Elena worked as a graphic designer from home. Sometimes, when she felt lonely before she met Daniel, she had learned some computer skills. Now, she used those skills. It wasn't easy, but her anger gave her energy. She managed to get into Daniel's work emails. Late at night, she searched through hundreds of messages, and then she found it. Emails showing strange money transfer. Large amounts of money sent to city officials. Daniel was bribing them. He was paying them secretly to choose his company. Perfect, Elena thought, a cold smile on her lips. This was the weapon she needed, but just having proof was not enough. She wanted more than just to stop his project. She wanted everyone to know what he did. She wanted to humiliate him. Her plan needed another step. She thought about Lila, the other woman. Elena created a fake name. She pretended to be a journalist writing a story about modern love and relationships. She contacted Lila. Lila was excited. She liked attention and maybe wanted to be famous. She agreed to an interview. Elena met her in a quiet cafe. She asked Lila questions, pretending to be interested in her views on love. Elena was calm on the outside, but inside, her heart was pounding. She carefully guided the conversation. Soon, Lila started talking about her secret relationship, about Daniel. Lila felt important, sharing her story. She did not know that Elena was recording every word on her phone, hidden in her bag. Elena now had Lila's confession. The second part of her plan was ready. Chapter 3. Unexpected problems. Every plan can have problems. Elena's first big problem had a name, Marcus. Marcus was Daniel's business partner. He was older, smart, and ruthless. He did not trust people easily. Elena knew Marcus would be watching everything closely, especially with a big resort project. He would sense any danger. Elena needed to know more about Marcus. She needed to get close to him without him knowing who she really was. There was a big party, a gala for city business people. Daniel and Marcus would be there. Elena decided to go too, but not as herself. She bought a beautiful crimson dress. It was the color of fire and danger. She wore a wig, changing her hair color. She put on makeup that made her look different. At the gala, she looked elegant and mysterious. Music played, people laughed and talked. Elena found Marcus. He was standing alone, watching the crowd. She walked towards him, smiling. She pretended to be interested in his business. They talked for a few minutes. He seemed interested in this beautiful stranger. While talking and laughing lightly, Elena acted quickly. She carefully slipped a tiny tracking device into his jacket pocket. It was a big risk, but she did it. Then she excused herself and disappeared into the crowd. For the next few days, Elena tracked Marcus's movements using the device. She also used her computer skills again, this time targeting Marcus's phone. It was harder than Daniel's email, but she managed. What she found surprised her. She found messages between Marcus and Daniel. Messages that showed Marcus knew about the bribes. More than that, Marcus was forcing Daniel to do it. Marcus had discovered something bad about Daniel's past, something secret. He was blackmailing him. Marcus threatened Daniel. If Daniel didn't pay the bribes, Marcus would reveal his secret. Blackmail? Elena stopped. A small feeling of doubt entered her mind. Was Daniel the bad guy she thought he was? Or was he trapped, forced by Marcus? This information complicated things. Maybe Daniel wasn't simply cheating. Maybe he was desperate. But the fire of revenge was still burning in Elena. She remembered his cold eyes, his easy lies. She pushed the doubt away. Focus, she told herself. He still lied. He still hurt me. She decided to continue her plan. She used an anonymous email account and sent fake information to a news reporter she knew. The email talked about serious problems with the resort's design, saying it was unsafe. The reporter published the story. Panic spread quickly. People who were investing money in the resort project got scared. They started pulling their money out. Daniel's company was in trouble. Elena watched the news online. She saw the worry on Daniel's face in a picture. A small, cold smile touched her lips. Her plan was working. Chapter 4. The Shocking Twist. One night, rain was falling hard outside. The sound filled the quiet city. Elena felt restless. She needed more answers. She decided to do something dangerous, break into Daniel's office at his company building. She wore dark clothes. She moved carefully through the empty streets. The security wasn't too difficult to bypass. She had learned about it from Daniel's emails. Inside the dark, silent office, she used a small flashlight. His desk was neat, organized. She searched the drawers, pens, papers, building plans. Nothing. Then, in the bottom drawer, hidden under some old files, she found it. A small, faded journal. It looked old. Her heart beat faster. She opened it carefully. The handwriting was Daniel's, but the words inside were not from the confident architect she knew. They were filled with fear and stress. He wrote about Marcus finding his secret. He wrote about Marcus' threats. And then she read the words that made her knees feel weak. Marcus hadn't just threatened Daniel's career. He had threatened to hurt Elena if Daniel didn't cooperate with the bribes. Marcus knew Daniel loved Elena, and he used that love as a weapon. Elena felt dizzy. She kept reading. Daniel wrote about how he had to push Elena away to protect her. If she hated him, if she left him, Marcus couldn't control him. Marcus wouldn't see her as a way to control Daniel anymore. The affair with Lila, it wasn't real. It was all planned, staged by Daniel himself. He asked Lila to send those texts. He acted cold towards Elena, all to make her leave him, all to keep her safe from Marcus. The texts on the phone, his cold eyes, his lies, they weren't signs of betrayal. They were signs of desperation, a terrible attempt to protect her. Elena sank to the floor, the journal in her hands. The world turned upside down. Her plan for revenge felt wrong, monstrous. She wasn't destroying a villain. She had been attacking a man who was trying to save her in the only way he thought he could. "What have I done?" she whispered into the empty office, the sound swallowed by the rain outside. Chapter 5. Everything unravels. The next day, Elena felt like a ghost. The anger was gone, replaced by a heavy weight of guilt. She had to talk to Daniel. She found him at his apartment. He looked terrible, tired, stressed, defeated. "Daniel," she started, her voice shaking. I know about Marcus, about the blackmail, about why you pushed me away." She held up the journal. He looked at the journal, then at her. His expression was broken, full of pain. "Elena, why?" she cried, tears finally falling. "Why didn't you tell me? We could have faced him together." "I couldn't risk it," he said, his voice rough. "Marcus is dangerous. I thought you would be safer hating me. Safer being far away from me and this mess." He looked down. I never stopped loving you. Her heart ached. But then a colder realization hit her. Her actions, leaking the fake safety report, causing panic, had made things worse. By attacking Daniel's project, she had accidentally given Marcus more power. Marcus could now blame everything on Daniel. And that's exactly what happened. As they were talking, Daniel's phone rang. It was his lawyer. Marcus had gone to the police. He showed them evidence framing Daniel as the only person responsible for the bribes. He painted Daniel as a desperate architect, someone who cheated to win the project. The police were on their way to arrest Daniel. Helena stared in horror. Her plan for revenge had become a wildfire, burning everything in its path. She wanted Daniel to feel pain, yes, but she hadn't wanted this, to see him trapped, ruined, taking the fall for crimes he was forced into. While the real villain walked free, her heart felt split in two. The love she still felt for Daniel fought her guilt. It fought the lingering echo of her past anger. Chapter 6. The final choice. They only had hours, maybe less, before the police arrived. Elena's mind raced. Her first plan was built on revenge. Now, she needed a new plan built on truth. She had to fix what she had broken. First, she took the recording of Lila. She quickly uploaded it to a secure, anonymous platform. She sent the link to several trusted journalists. The recording proved Lila admitting the affair was fake, planned by Daniel to push Elena away for her own safety. It wouldn't clear him of the bribes, but it showed his character was not what Marcus claimed. Second, she used Marcus's tracker information. It showed his meetings, his secret dealings, his own illegal activities connected to other projects. She also had the messages from his phone. Those messages showed the blackmail. She gathered everything, the locations, the times, the messages, and sent it all anonymously. She sent it to the police and the same journalists. The truth exploded online and in the news. Lila's confession created confusion. Then, the evidence against Marcus hit hard. The police investigation quickly turned towards him. Within hours, reporters were outside Marcus's house. He was arrested. With the new evidence and Daniel's cooperation, the charges against Daniel were eventually dropped. He was cleared legally, but the damage was done. Daniel's reputation, his good name as an architect, was destroyed. The resort project was finished. His career was in ashes. Elena found Daniel standing by his window, looking out at the city. He wasn't angry at her. He just looked incredibly sad, tired. He turned to her, his eyes full of sorrow. "You saved me," he said quietly. But look at the cost. He paused, then asked the question that hung heavy in the air between them. Alina, was it worth it? Was your revenge worth all of this? Epilogue. The weight of ashes. Elena stood on the platform at the train station. In her hand, she held a one-way ticket to a city far away. She didn't know where she was going, only that she needed to leave. Daniel's face, his sad eyes, his quiet question haunted her. Was it worth it? Haunted her thoughts. She had started her journey, wanting justice, wanting revenge for her broken heart. Revenge had felt strong, powerful, like something she deserved. But now, standing here, she felt only emptiness. She had won, in a way. Marcus was punished. Daniel was free. But she had lost so much. She had lost Daniel, the man she loved. Even though he had tried to protect her, she had ruined his life while trying to expose his supposed betrayal. And she had lost a part of herself. In her quest for revenge, she had become someone else, someone who hacked, lied, manipulated, someone who destroyed. She had become a storm, hurting everyone in her path, including herself. As the train pulled into the station, its whistle blowing loudly, Elena looked back at the city she was leaving behind. She whispered the words to the wind, a final, painful lesson learned. Vengeance isn't a cure, she said softly. It doesn't heal the pain. It's like a mirror. It only shows you the monster you're willing to become. The train doors closed, and it slowly rolled away, carrying Elena and the heavy weight of her actions into an uncertain future. Wow, what a powerful story. Elena learned a hard lesson about revenge. Sometimes the desire to hurt someone back can end up hurting ourselves the most. What did you think of Elena's choices? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on ABC English Story. We hope you enjoyed the story and perhaps learned some new English words along the way. See you next time.